Hi everyone, how are you all doing today? Hopefully you're all having a fantastic day, and maybe eventually I will learn how to stream again, because yep, I forgot to press the transition button, as per usual. Something always. Having fun. So hopefully you're all having a great day. Mine's not been too bad. Right, so the plan today was originally I was going to work on a moss farm, but where I'm digging for the moss farm, and hopefully you can all hear me, I've got a new headset, so I'm not sure how the new headset's working. So fingers crossed everything's going okay with it. You can hear me fine, thank you, Jessica. Hi Storm, thank you. You know what it's like when you get a new headset. The other one died, so I didn't have much choice. I had to get one. Unless it's cotton socks. But yeah, I was going to do a moss farm, but just above where the moss farm area is a great big pool of water. So when I start digging out again, I'm likely to get water on the redstone. And that's not a good idea. So instead, we're going to work on my nether tunnel. We have a fair bit of nether brick, well, deep slate, because of the area I've been digging out. So we're going to change what I currently have down, and I've got a little bit of ice. Let's find another chest. Put the rest of the ice away. We're probably going to make a few trips backwards and forwards to here to grab resources, because I don't want to take all the resources with me, because, oh, speaking of which, let's put away some of the tools that I'm not going to need. Suggestion: find and follow the non-nom channel the hermits will stream on before the stream. Follow the nom nom channel the hermits will stream on before the stream. Or you mean tomorrow with the Ujima what's it? Yeah, I will need to find that. Okay, so let's think we're going to need a mixture of different types of blocks. But we're going to start under the ice with, I think, the deep slate tiled. And then we'll see where we go to next. But I'm going to have to take out a bunch of what I've already got in, because the ice is at target block 63 by the look of it. And at the moment, my slabs are at target block 63. So things need to change. Right, so I want the ice path to be, trying to think, how many blocks is it for ghasts? Is it 4? If I remember right. I guess I better give that a quick Google. I think it's 4. glass spawn, nether waste. Four blocks. Okay. You never get the path right this early in the season. You always seem to be a block or two high or low. Yeah, that's the same for me. You're not even trying this season until the main one. Well, my problem is I look at the quads. I'm 1100 blocks away from the main tunnel. And then which means it's a long run. So if I can put in some ice and some walls, etc., I can then at least get to and from the rest of the server without too much grief. What? So yesterday your dog got into the nether and fell off your bridge. Thought he was dead. He popped back onto the bridge. Had armor on. Yeah, that was lucky. It really was. And you're pretty far from spawn, but not too far from the main path. Yeah, that's the thing. I am gonna have to pick these blocks up, obviously. Oops. Yeah, my problem is being 1100 blocks away from the main path, as well as 1600 blocks away from spawn. So if I want to make a trip to the shopping district, etc., it literally takes 10-15 minutes of running. Which is a lot of hassle. So I figure it's better to do at least, even if it doesn't end up being the permanent one, I'm better off having something in. Especially as I go through a Crimson Forest, and just having the two high walls has proved problematic so far. I've had a hoglin throw me over the side. Fortunately, I landed on a block and I had feather falling 2, I think it is, on the boots. Yeah, feather falling 2 on the boots. So the block I landed on, I survived. I need to take care of that. How much? Yeah. It's just over the edge, isn't it? Not sure I've got enough netherrack. But I need to get rid of the flowing lava. Are we doing up? Ooh. Let's hope. I dislike digging straight up in the nether. Especially as I don't know what's above me. Okay. Bye-bye. Which column were you that I came up on? That one there. Okay. There's a ghast about. Let's try not to die. I wasn't sure which one it was. Now I am. Hi, Guttural. Ah. I don't need that. Yep, that gave me anxiety as well. Like, I'd rather not fall in lava. I know I have villagers so I can replace things, but I'd sooner not go to the hassle if I don't have to. I know I have gear at the end of the... Well, at the start of the tunnel for people who die in the area or who need it. Just a few sets of villager gear, but... and books. For people to help themselves too. Okay, I thought I got rid of that. It doesn't seem to be coming down any. I did, didn't I? It's early in the season, the gear fear is real. Yeah, it definitely is. At some point you'll have good backup set. Yeah, that's the thing. Once you've got good backup sets and it's not so hard to get by. Okay, I thought I'd got rid of that. Okay, I guess I need to go up there again and check. I must have missed something, I think. Because it hasn't come down, stopped coming down over the top. Oh, there's two of them, that's why. Okay. There we go. I think you're it. And we come. Try not to spleef ourselves too much. Just enough so we're where we want to be. Go pick up the cobble in a second. May as well rescue what I can. Anyway. Get that. I'm going to go part way and then start figuring out what we do with the walls. So we have some design in it. So it's not completely just a random path. Oops. Misclick again. I think the thing is as well, this early in the season, for a 1,000 block path, it takes a lot of resources. And we're what, 6 days in? Right, so if that block there is going to be ice at this height, then I'll want 2 blocks for a path. On either side. I'm not going to do it too big. Like last season's was a large tunnel because it was going down to the villager trading hall. So it needed to be. Whereas this season, it's just a personal path. Right, so ice would be on there, which would put whatever half slab block I use at this level. Eventually. I'm assuming. Guess we'll find out. Go down into my hobbit hole. So, ice. Take a couple of stacks. Now, wall blocks. What do I want to do for wall? Oh yeah, I can't use bulbs because they're going to take, yeah, blaze rods, which I don't have. What lighting do I have? I always use, where are you? I can always use those as long as I hide them. So what do I have? I have a bit of andesite and a whole bunch of stone. A bit of tuff. Not a lot, I don't think. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See some in here as well. There's nowhere near. You have to run. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. You have a great rest of your day. Take care, Jessica. And let's ban that one as well, because it seems to be that kind of day. Right, so move these out of it. I'm just trying to see how much tuft we have. I know I don't have a ton of it because I haven't dug a lot of it out. Rid of the cobble. Okay, so unlike my single player where I have a whole bunch of this stuff, I'm very limited on what I've got at the moment. But we do have a whole bunch of normal stone. We'll turn some of that into brick. Let's see what we can do. And I'll grab a couple of the tuft. I will get a lot more tuft as I go on digging because I have a 600 by 600 area to dig out. I'm only digging down for 40 blocks, but 600 by 600 for 40 blocks is plenty of digging resources, is the way I'm looking at it. And I don't necessarily have to put the walls, thinking about it. So, got we got here. A stack of you. Stack of you. What else do we have? We have some normal nether brick, deep slate. Probably means I need to make some room. Now let's get rid of you, you, and you for the moment. Convert you, deep slate. I'm going to convert you to slabs. Let's see what we can come up with. It won't be the permanent design because that's going to take a fair bit of working out. So okay, so you'd be fine there. But I can now see under here, so I need to do something about here. And I can't put a light block there. Because that wouldn't work. That would just melt the ice. So I'm going to need a solid block. Yeah. We're going to do some solid tile blocks on the edges. Okay, so I'll put 4 of you away. Grab 4 of you. I'm hoping I have a slime chunk down there. Because I logged in just after a restart and there was a nice slime sitting in one of the chunks I've already dug. So I got a few little slime balls out of it. So technically you would need to be 6 wide rather than 3, 6, 7 wide. Actually not. You're being dippy, Pendle. Doesn't need to be. This block doesn't matter. We're cheap in the corners. Don't tell Etho. As I then need to at least convert them into the tile block. Oh. What do you like, Pendle? We'll try this again. So I want the full block. Hang on. No, I don't. I can get away with cheaping it with a slab. Rather than a full block. We just need to hide the edgy bit. Okay. And then we can use the full blocks. That'll save me a little bit of resource. This way. And I guess I better get rid of these blocks above me. Just need it tall enough to walk through at the moment. Let's get rid of you because I don't want you all the same block. So we've got some Right, I've only got about 15 stacks of the tuft, and that's not going to be enough because it's 2200 long, whereas I have a lot of the deep slate. So if I, I use some deep slate when I can place blocks right. Okay. Okay, you'll do that. It's always fun when it's a block and a half. Oh yeah, I've been using Fortunes, so I haven't picked up a silk version of that up till now. Right. Gonna have to figure out lighting in the walls. It's gonna have to make sure it's far enough away. So slab, full block. That's what we're playing with at the moment. And this row will have to be the wall. How far away? And F7. If I put you here, 9, 10. That says 12. That's 10, 9. So theoretically, I could put a light block in that kind of place. I have the, where are the nice ones? The nice tough blocks. Actually, we'd need to move that back further there. Because I would need to bring path back and swizzle that around there. So the first block would be here, not here. Okay, and then 5. Let's get a calculator out a second. So 1100. They divide by 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And on the 8th block, we put down the tuft. And then we'd need some blocks there for walling. I will just put junk blocks on the roof for now because I don't know how tall it's going to be. I would want some kind of lighting block there. Do I have any more? I'm wondering what trapdoors would be best. Let's grab some copper. I like the look of the copper trapdoors. Don't think I have actually much of it smelted. Yeah, another. Yeah. We can get a couple of bits, then we can grab some of this. Handy to have more space. Let's grab you. I want some more glowstone. You sell glowstone. That gives us 20 to start with. Put you away. One bit there. Come on. Two. It's 6, isn't it, for trapdoors? For the copper variant. Because I'm just thinking about flame proof, so that leaves me iron trapdoors and it leaves me the crimson or the nylium. And I don't have either the crimson or the nylium at the moment. Therefore, let's go with the copper. Hi Wildy, how are you doing today? Hi Ali, thank you for the meow. Happy weekend. Hopefully you're having a great day, Ali, and hopefully you're not working this weekend. 2 more pieces of copper. You ever get to try any of those puzzle? I've tried a bunch of puzzle games. I tried Abduction. I'm currently trying Meridian 157. I've done a bunch of puzzle games. Let's see what I've done. The Room series, as well as Portal. No work for you this time? Good. Mine is fine so far. So yeah, I've been working my way through lists of games. That way I can... The Meridian is very short game. I was looking at the Mist and a few others as well. So I know I've got a list down of all the games that people have told me about, which is awesome. Okay, so that gives me 2. Well, you may as well cook while we test. So I must admit, I enjoy the puzzle games. even if my brain doesn't always follow them. So, the roof is way too low and I don't have a shape yet. But, and I think I'm going to need to sprinkle in tufted slabs so that it's not all one. Oh yeah, the Mist game looks really fun. The Abduction game is by the same makers as Mist. And I got that one free from Epic at one point. So I figured I would try that one first before I tried the Mist. But I do plan to do the Mist because, like you say, that one was a really fun game. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So on the 8th. Right, so I'm kind of going with that, I think. It's not brilliant, but yeah, and there's Riven, if I remember correctly, as well. And I'll put the lighting in afterwards. That's the second part, yeah. I do plan to do those because I really enjoyed Abduction. And I understand Mist and Riven were better than Abduction. So yeah, they're on my to-do list. As 100% thing to do. So I appreciate you letting me know about those ones. Oops. I missed. Wow, 16 months. People are crazy. How are you doing today, Miss Mist? Good to see you. Oops, wrong way. You doing okay? Oh, I'm ticking along. I can't complain. Trying to figure out a nether tunnel. Because it's 1,000 blocks and I'm tired of running up and down my path to the main nether tunnel, which is, like I say, it's 1,100 blocks that way and then 1,600 blocks to spawn. Hi, Half Giant. Thank you for the ghast. Yeah, definitely made me jump with that one at the moment. Working in the nether. How are you doing today? So I want. Yeah, it's a long way, which is I need to put the ice path in and make it safer. Oops, wrong ones. And get rid of all the lava as I make my way. You're doing fine. That's great. I'm glad you're doing good. It's been a fun first week on the server. Right, so we need a bunch more deep slate. And then I'll need to turn my portal around. It's a deep slate. Have you? You hear the lava bubbling away and you get concerned, especially when you're digging. Yeah. I don't know why I'm not doing a little box. One that you could just bolt through. But I figure I'm going to have to do something decent size so I can fly back down. Stupid time zones, DMC? Yeah. They can be problematic, bless them. How are you doing today? May as well grab the gold. Remember to grab that afterwards too. Comes in handy. Gonna run out again, aren't I? Yep. Figured as much. I didn't want to do a lot of it until I knew how much if I was going to use it. But what I think I need to do is sprinkle in some of the tuft ones as well, just to break up the texture. You're surviving. You're going back to work tomorrow after 2 weeks off. Ooh. Well, I'm glad you had a nice break. Well, I'm hoping you had a nice break, I should say. But yeah, going back to work is never fun that way. You get a nice break and then you have to gear all the way back up. Oops. To sort out that. I know we're going backwards and forwards a lot, but I don't want to bring all the resources with me and then end up dying. So I figure that will be a pain that I don't need this early in the season. Okay, and then we need to take care of you as well. It's not so bad. There's a fair few stretchers that are open. So when I get to placing them, it'll go a lot quicker than having to dig out at the same time. That's true. Yeah, when I get a bit further, you're right, it would be a good, smart idea to bring resources closer. Instead of having to come backwards and forwards. And I think it's going to be better to build out. Well, it's not exactly the fun place, but it's so much quicker to get backwards and forwards to spawn if I go through the nether. But yeah, it can be problematic. So there's 2 bits there. Can I get up there? Do I want to get up there or do I just want to... Oh, this will do. Oh yeah, there are several pieces of that here between me and the nether tunnels. Reach there. It's not... There we go. That'll do for the minute. Or I thought it would. But I've missed something somewhere. There we go. All going down or is only part of it? It's all going down good. It's just taking its time. I think this is the one. Yep. It's not so bad bridging out at the moment because we're early season. But if I leave it too long before dealing with the nether, I'm going to have a ton of gas spawning. and that's not going to be fun. So the sooner I get this done and hopefully not fall in holes. I'd rather not die to lava if we can avoid it. This one. Nope, I didn't miss one. Okay. What I do need to do, I think, is go deal with this. I've been avoiding it. Anyone remember? Yeah, it is West 230. DMC. What books do you need? They will. I believe they have all of them. But I have a few myself, but I don't have all books yet. It's in it's in the West Tunnel at 2:30. So here we Blast 4. Section 4. No, I don't have I don't have either of those two. Sorry. The last two you need for your armor. That's cool. Let's get rid of you. They're the tough. I have a chest here with smooth stone in. Here we go. What else do I need? I needed the smooth stone, but I also run out of the deep slate. You're going to go get Hero of the Village first. Yep. So... I have plenty of you. We're not too bad with you. It was deep slate bricks, wasn't it? That I ran out of. And we're about to have a restart. So I don't usually bother sticking up the BRB screen because we usually chatter away. But the restarts are a little longer with the new server. So it'll be a minute or so before we can get back in. But yeah, it's been just a couple of books that I still need to get. I need to get a Depth Strider and a Feather Falling. But I've only... Hi, Dan, Stafford, Nicholas, Dan Britton. Apologies for butchering your name. Welcome, Dan. Thank you for the raid. It is really appreciated. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a great day. Let's see on how the server's doing. Okay, so we're just waiting for the server to restart and then we'll log back in. Shouldn't be too much longer. Okay, you have both of those if I need them. Okay, thank you. Like I say, it's I'm using my villager armor at the moment. I haven't geared up completely yet because I figure I'm probably going to die in the nether. And I don't see the point in wasting my good armor just yet. If that makes sense. Once I've got my tunnel in, then I will switch to good armor. Because we're too early season for me to be using good armor while I'm bridging out over 2 wide paths and lava lakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Help. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Six, 7. One of these days I'm going to learn to use the buttons, the number buttons, instead of scroll wheel. That's 5. I may as well use the resources I've got plenty of for the tunnels. Oops. Let's not waste it. I don't know what's going on lately, but there seems to be a lot of bots about, bless them. And let's report it as a bot. Okay, so I'm not convinced about if I'm going to do that. Probably better to do something like that and have a row of them going up rather than just the one squidged in at the bottom. I think that would look better when it gets to so that we can do the right height eventually, but at the moment I'm not going up as tall as I need to. It's going to need to be tall enough for me to fly down. Now my concern is I've got 3, 4, 5, 7 blocks. So I'm hoping it will be wide enough at 7 blocks to fly down. Yeah, well, I can't really count this because if I'm flying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, I would guess theoretically I could remove these, but I'd have to push that wall back. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to do it now. Because once I've got it going further down, or you mean tall? Oh, tall I haven't decided on yet. I'll have to see how I feel because it's going to have to curve over. So it can go up and then kind of curve. So that's not too bad. I don't mind it being tall. I was thinking width-wise. It's just a case of I don't want ghasts or magma spawning. Although technically they shouldn't do because they're half slab heights. Yeah. So I'm thinking of doing the curved top and then down. Is what I'm thinking at this point. Yeah, I've got a whole lava area to. I think this was day 1/day 2. Putting down cobblestone. I know I've had a ghast or 2 spawn out there already. They blew up a couple of the netherrack on the side. And I've also had further down hoglins spawn and get in my way and knock me off. Bless them. Because they knocked me over the 2 high. I guess it's only a block and a half high wall, maybe. Okay. Okay. We're having a fun day with People wanting you to buy viewers. Bless them. That's not the point. The point of streaming is to have fun. And chat to you guys. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Hopefully I can get this path done in the next day or so. You think all the pillagers are on a coffee break or something? Raid farm is super slow. Well, I don't think we're seeing the end of the list, so it's not really surprising. How are the raid farms working, DMC? I know they've been nerfed, but I know my single player one, it's a pain to use. I'll probably have to find a tutorial and do a new one. And have you been to the end yet? And no, I'm not asking you what's in the end. You can only do one raid at a time, but you still get a decent amount. That's cool. I didn't seem to get a lot with mine. It wasn't bad compared to trading, but it... So, now let's do the full block. No, you haven't found an end portal, so you don't know how they trap the season this yet. Yeah. I haven't even looked for one yet. I need to get more blaze rods before I do that. But I understand there's a public blaze rod farm now in the South Tunnel. Which is cool. Really nice to see the farms and everybody getting stuck into things. So, now I want you. Yeah, at some point I will come through and probably put it in some tuft and yeah, and maybe some tuft ones I think would be better. I was thinking about stone, but I think stone might be a little bit pale. It's a nice contrast to get with that one, I think, but I may eventually come up with a fancy design for a tunnel, but who knows. Based off where we're at, there should be maybe 1k of us or so. Oh, that's cool. I'm not sure about. I'm at almost 13,000, 9,000, so I know they usually get further between the as you go out, if I remember right. Oops, not what I want. Well, I can get a few, like I say, cleric usually. Don't think my cleric sells ender pearls. Thinking about it. Okay. At least my tunnel's going to be stone and metal. So I don't have to worry about the hidden pockets of lava setting things on fire. There we go. Yeah, man. I may need to grab one of the other picks. That might be a fun thing to do on Monday stream. Look to see if we can find an end portal, unless it's already in somebody's claim. Because hopefully I'll have the tunnel done before the end of the weekend. It won't be fully curved up, I don't think, but it should be protected enough that I can get to and from spawn without problems. Well, that's my thought. Nope. Back this face this way so I can see when I get to the end. I hear that crackling from a fair distance away. Okay, so we ran out of that. Stone and deep slate bricks. I would usually run backwards. Placing this stuff. Just for speed's sake. But I don't want to end up running off the end. I'll have to go get more ice from the resource world. I don't have enough for the entire path yet. I have about 30 stacks, or I started with 30 stacks. But seeing as we have a nice part of the resource world is ice, it's not hard to come by. Right. There we go. Run out again. Let's go grab more. I'm tempted for the moment to just cover this with nether brick. I mean netherrack. Just to protect it from anything, any ghasts that spawn above. It can come down afterwards once I build the curved bit. I know when I used to help out more with the nether tunnels, I used to prefer to work around the temporary tunnel. That way it didn't cause problems. See what I mean? Gassed. Fall in a hole. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm better just putting a temporary roof on than nothing at all. Yep, definitely facepalm. Oh, that's cute, Miss, the penguin. Yep, walking backwards in the nether. Pendle's being dippy. Let's put you in here. You can go there as well. Don't need the torches either, to be honest. You, you. Was it you? It was you. Got 6 of those. Deep slate. 6 of those. Have tuft bricks. I may as well put those away for the minute because we're not really using those. And I haven't really used these ones yet either, so we'll put those away as well. In Minecraft, it's perfectly safe and normal to sleep on a bed next to a buzzsaw. Yep. I think sometimes it'd be cool if they had a mechanic that if you accidentally walked on the buzzsaw, you'd take a tiny little bit of damage. I think we were discussing that the other week, Miss Mist. Right, so I want deep slate bricks. How are we doing for tiles? We're doing okay for yeah, a little bit of realism. You and we want some more of you. Got plenty. You can be here as well. Do one more of you, and the last one we will do the tiled blocks because I'm short of the tile blocks, aren't I? Okay, we're going to convert one of those to tile blocks as well. Because yeah, it's kind of weird to have that right next to your bed. I need to move my portal, but it'll do where it is for the minute. Right, so match you up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 8. Seven. Oh, that should have been the other block. Go there. get you filled in. I am OMG, how are you doing? Good to see you. Happy Friday. You doing good? You're removing lava in the hub. Joys. I'm trying to make a personal nether tunnel because I'm 1,000 blocks out from the main tunnel. 6, 7. Let's try not to walk off the end. How are the main tunnels going? Five, 6, 7. 6 there. No idea. First time in 2 seasons. It's not you coordinating. You're just clearing things up. You're just giving a hand, which is cool. Probably should have just done that at the same time. Yeah, lava lake removal can be interesting. Can't say it's something I've ever tried, and I'm not sure I want to. Well, not on a big scale anyway. I've done lots of little ones underneath Guardian farms, etc. Nothing on Netherworld size. Yeah, scaffolding because it doesn't burn, does it? Lots of scaffolding. Makes it easier. It replaces the lava as well. That's cool. Can't complain at that. And I guess it's a lot better this time of the season than trying to even use a flying machine. Because flying machines at this point, yeah, they wouldn't be much fun. You can't build those and you don't mind scaffolding. It's been a couple of seasons since I've built one. But I built a lot of them a few seasons ago. They have their uses. Thank you for the follow, Millsy. It is really appreciated. How are you doing today? Right, so that gets us there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. probably should just turn the F7 off. Apologies. I keep forgetting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll sort out the light level when I begin placing the glowstone in the walls. Hi Piri, thank you for the gas. How are you doing today? 6, 7. Made me jump. Especially working where I'm working. I'm ticking along, I can't complain. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, wrong blocks. Oh, let's get these ones as well. Yeah, this is my tunnel. It's just I'm not 100%. It'll probably end up being permanent, but it's kind of just thrown together design. It's just that I need to put something in because it's 1,000 blocks. So it's a case of okay, do a bit of something to make it easier to get to and from spawn. I really should grab some more netherrack. Oh, that way I can put the roof on as we go along. Well, not the permanent roof, but the temporary roof while I sort out the curve. One, two. That way I don't have a gas blow up the ice. I know I've got protection underneath because of the deep slate tile blocks. But I don't want to have to constantly keep replacing ice. Plus, if I've got a temporary roof on it, when I'm getting rid of the netherrack and the basalt and all the other stuff between here and the main tunnels, I don't have to worry about lava falling down there either. Oh, wrong one. And it's not like it's hard to knock out afterwards. Okay. Wibbly. Like I say, it's tall enough at this to just walk down for the moment or boat down. Grab. You're okay, I can just take you along the top. You're looking forward to seeing how Tango, Scar and the rest do with the MCC this weekend? Cool. Yeah. Going to be easier from down here now. At least I can run backwards this way. But I'm not going to run backwards the other way. I know I'm a little bit daft, but I'm not completely, totally and utterly insane. Just a little bit. How far are we down the tunnel? We've got about 100 blocks in 2 hours. What can you say? Well, not quite 2 hours. But you know what I mean. But it'll begin to speed up once I've got a rhythm. I am building a giant island with a castle on. I've been working on a castle on and off this week in creative. I kind of have a thought in my head. It just needs to see if I can actually sketch it out in blocks. Because I've never made a castle. Not a castle, you know what I mean? I've made a couple of towers. And I've helped decorate inside of one castle a long while ago. I think it was season 4 or 5. It's going to have lots of towers and lots of curved arches connecting each other. Yeah, medieval. When I think of castle, it's it automatically thinks of medieval. If you know what I mean, it's a case of the number of castles my mum dragged us around as teenagers. I dread to think. It must have been a few hundred. Very much the stone castle rather than the Tudor castle. My mum was a history buff. When she got the chance to visit a castle, yeah. Can't say I appreciated it as a 14, 15-year-old. But what can you say? Teenagers. The castles of Europe, yeah. We have tons of them. I think there's supposedly several thousand in England alone. I mean, Britain alone. Yeah, lots in the UK. I know I visited a lot as a kid. Well, not exactly, like I say, it wasn't exactly kid, it was teenage years. You've watched a lot of documentaries? That's cool. So, I want some more of you. How are we doing for stone? Yes. Didn't mean to put it there at all. At least I didn't put it in your face. So we have those. Okay. I remember watching a lot of Time Team. It's an archaeological show that used to be on in the UK. I think it ran for something like 15, 20 series, maybe more. Which was cool. It's a shame they eventually stopped it, but it was very long running. Probably, yeah, it would be a good 20 years anyway that's TV series ran every year. We'll straighten up this edge before we... But I'm not taking it right to the edge. That should do. While I knock out the next bit. You can see where the gas blasted out a couple of blocks. But before I start building the castle, I've got to build the island. But fortunately, I have a bunch of stuff I need to build, farm-wise, etc., for the resources. So what I'm thinking is, if I dig out the 600 by 640 blocks deep, I could make a dungeon down there. Or a catacomb kind of thing. While I'm building the island off stream. So we could build that on stream with the farms and the other bits and bobs that need to go in. Because there's no point subjecting you all through building an island for, considering the size of it, it's going to take a while. Well, that's what I'm thinking anyway. So I looked up a couple of pictures of dungeons and catacombs. So I kind of have an image in my head, as per usual. And we might make it kind of like a labyrinth down there. Villages in one section, stuff like the moss farm in another, the iron farm, the paper farm, the smelter, the storage system. I say system for storage, but it'll probably end up just being chests again. Because you know what I'm like. I can't be bothered to wait around for things to auto sort. It's not so bad if you're in the area anyway. But I don't want to AFK while things get sorted into their chests. I'd sooner just put it away manually because it's easier. But that's how I end up with a mess as well. That's what usually happens too. Oops. But seeing as I'm in an ocean, and Wiki lied to me. Wiki said oceans stop at about at 28. I guess it didn't calculate the deep ravines. Because so far I've come across several deep ravines below that height level. Not to mention the flooded caves. I forgot about flooded caves. So at some point I'm going to have to probably go find the resetting ocean monument, which I have never actually done. So I can get some sponges. So I can drain some of those caves out. I don't use those ones, but never mind. I wonder if anybody's found that one yet. I'll have to check. So you're okay there. Oh, I'm not going to be short on deep slate anyway. There's about 12, minimum of 12 of the levels are below 0. So there's a lot of deep slate I need to dig out. And I don't want to moss it because I actually want the deep slate as a resource to be usable. 1, 2, 1. So and that's why I had that on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could count. Makes it easier. Get this done to here. So it's beginning to go in a bit quicker now that I know what I'm doing. So we have a long way to go yet. Yeah, man. Right. Yeah, let's jump properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, wrong place. 6, 6, 7. I hope. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I wasn't sure if I'd miscounted then. Counting with Pendle is always lots of fun. So it gets redone several times. 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, look. It needs a whole bunch of detailing in. Tough blocks and so on, just to add a little bit more contrast. Just get to these bits covered up so nothing can spawn on them. Yeah. And then let's see who is streaming so we can send you amazing people too. And I really appreciate you all stopping by and watching and chatting with me. You make it so much more fun. You really, really do. And I really do appreciate it. So let's see who we can send you people amazing people too. Oh, I'm glad to be back too. Like I say, hopefully at the end of this month, I will be back to 3 streams a week rather than 2 at the moment. Let's see. I've just trying to see who I have. Okay, so I don't have anybody playing Minecraft. Hypno is playing Satisfactory and Mr. Joker is playing Oxygen Not Included. So what I will, unfortunate, because usually I would usually pass on a raid, but I think it's going to be another stream of you guys finding somebody who's playing Minecraft. So I do apologise unless you have somebody on your lists. Yeah, the tough blocks are awesome, Miss Mist. You guys take care, have fun, and have a great weekend. And thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Oh dear, here comes another one. Bless it. Yep. Bye now.